Alright, do it yourself for here. I have a 2004 Nissan Murano, and I'm trying to change the valve cover. There are two parts. There are two valve covers, one in the front, you can see cylinder. There's the first one, the other one is in the back behind the intake. So what I want to do is break it down so I can show and split the video for each of them. Basically, so I'm gonna do a video for this one first, and then before I do the other one. So first of all, you've got to take out the plastic covering over the top. I already did that. Plastic covering is right there. Take out the screws for each of these right there. Once you take it out, you're gonna be left with that. By the way, I also took out the covering just over the top. There's some clips you just pull out and take that off. So once you do that, the next thing would be to take out the for this ignition coils. You just take out the spark plug wirings here. You just push down on this clip and take that out. Same with this. So there's three of them up front. Push down on this clip that's right here. See, it goes up. It releases the latch and lets it come off. Once you do that, the next step would be to remove these screws holding on to this spark plug housings here. So once you take that off, once you loosen the screw, okay, you can easily just pull out this that holds the spark plugs, that houses the spark plugs, and so there you have the spark plug. We don't have to take out the spark plug when we're checking the valve covers, but so that's one out. So we'll do that for all three of them. And then once you do that for all three of them, the next step would be to take out these here. And once we take those out, we can then pull out take out the valve covers. So that is what I'm gonna be doing next after I take these spark plug housings out. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think about 10 of them or so. And one more thing to do will be to take out these hose. There's this hose here. See the hose right here that runs to the back. This hose, it connects both valve covers. If you can see right here, it connects into this spot right here. It connects right there. I'm gonna have to change those because sometimes they break. I have a spare. If it doesn't break, I return the part. But if it does break, what I'm gonna do is change it, put a new one in there. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next. So right now, as you can see, I'm already taking out some of the bolts that are in here, and I'm currently taking off this one right now. So that's what you're basically gonna do. Take out each one of them, and once you're done taking them out, you then have to wiggle out the valve cover out of the way from these wiring harnesses and wires that are all over the place. Especially this one. This one goes across the valve cover, so that's the main impediment to wiggling out the valve cover. So yeah, so we'll take all of these out, taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the next one. So with these valve covers, another thing you gotta remember, take off these hose here that brings in air into the system. This hose needs to go off. Take off the clips, pull it out, and then remember, once again, we have these other hose that connects both valve covers. Okay, we're gonna have to take that off. Okay, connects to that. Take that off. All right, my fellow do-it-yourselfers. So here we go. Taking off all the things, about 10 bolts that hold the valve cover. Okay, so what's left now for me to take out this clip holding the hose to the valve cover, and also this other hose that's tightly snugged onto the little curved pipe of the valve cover over here. So those are the two main things I need to get off, and then I'll wiggle out the valve cover. So I've got a little tool here I can use to remove this clip that holds the hose to the valve cover. Got a clip back. Oh crap. Now I gotta drop this phone. And then I'll wiggle out the hose off. Alright, so here we are, and I've taken out all the bolts. I've removed this hose. This hose here was hard to remove, so I did the easiest thing. I just cut it off. Since I had a new one, I have a new one that I'm gonna put in there. So I'm gonna have a new one, so you can just make it easy for yourself. Cut it off, and you can just put in the new one when you are putting the new cover. So now I'm just gonna try to wiggle out this around this wiring harness. These wires, pretty much. If you want to take the time to take out all the wires, all the harnesses, and pull out the wire a little bit, good for you if you have time for that. But you could try wiggling it out. If I can't wiggle it out, I'm gonna take time to remove those the wires and make it easy for me to pull it out. Alright, so I've taken off the valve cover. This is it right here. Pretty dirty, pretty messy. Inside it looks clean. This one wasn't leaking that much. It was a rear valve cover that. Alright, so I've taken off the valve cover. So that is the engine right there. Now you don't want any debris to fall in there. So if you see something that's falling in there while you're taking out the valve cover, try to gently remove it, because debris can wear out the engine faster. And depending on how big it is, it might even damage the engine. So just be careful with that. So the next step now will be to clean out the edges where you seal the valve cover. You want to clean it out, make sure it's neat and clean. After cleaning it out, gently make sure nothing falls into the engine, and cover the engine while you're doing that. So when you clean it out, just make sure when you clean it out, just make sure it's nice and neat so that you can get a good seal when you put the new valve cover. Okay, so that's it right there. And this is my new valve cover here. This is the new valve cover. That's the new valve cover over there. So that's the one I'll be putting in to get it done. All right. All right, so here we are. The edges of the valve is neatly cleaned, and I'm about to put some gray glue, ultra black gasket maker on there, Permatex. I'm about to put that on there, and after I've done that nicely, there's no light lay around the edges. When I'm done with that, I'm going to put on the valve cover. So you also want to make sure there's no debris that has fallen into the engine. If you see anything, any debris, just gently remove it. You don't want to mess up the engine. Alright. Alright, so the new valve cover has been placed on there. So all I have to do right now is to put in a new hose. The old one is still there for the one in the back. I'm going to take it off. That's the old hose that I cut. Okay, so I'm going to take that off when I take off the one in the back. So if I have the new hose in there, I'm going to put the engine oil cap over there, put in the ignition coils, put in all that bolts, attach this back in there to that, connect all the wiring harnesses, and that should be all set for the front valve cover. So that's how you get it done, nice and easy. Alright, so you know, I'm not a mechanic, but if you take your time and you know, do this step by step, you can do the best you can to save yourself a lot of money. You know, if I had taken it to a mechanic, just this front one could have cost me anywhere up to $150 for labor alone. You know, if they had to buy the parts, they could have, you know, bumped it up to like, you know, $250 just to change this. But if you do it yourself, you buy the valve covers for $20-30, buy some Permatex for $5, you know, $30 to get it done, save yourself over $20. So there you go, happy do-it-yourself working on your car.